Krishan Rock is shaking. Her ex-boyfriend, Ronnie Doe, who was kind of harassing her at a mall about the paternity of her baby, was unalived outside of a home, outside of a suburb of Baltimore, Maryland. There's a lot to this story. Let's talk about it. So Ronnie was in the news earlier last year because he was walking around the mall harassing Krishan with his camera out, saying that he demanded a DNA test because he believed that Krishan Rock's baby, Krishan Jesus, was his baby. Now, him and Blueface look very, very similar. And people are saying, now allegedly that the DNA test that she took with Blueface may have not been accurate. Now, there's a social media user coming out now saying that the reference number is not active in the DDC system. Now, that says the DNA Diagnostic Center, okay? Now, this reference number was put in, and they're saying that the document is allegedly fake for him to be the dad. That is a sketchy situation, but I did watch the Krishan Rock and Blueface show, remember? And they did say in the lie detector test that they did on that show that she had messed with other men around the time of conceiving. Now, that is what they had on the show. I'm not being biased. I do think that Blueface is the father. I think that Blueface is the father. But, people are coming out and saying, and I'm just here to report the news. So if you guys want to put this number in, if this is public record, and y'all can see for yourselves, okay, whether or not this is right, it's Jonathan Porter. But this man was talking about he messed with her recently around the time of her conceiving. I don't know. And I'm going to have to see other people that watch the show. Did they reference her ever going back and dealing with an ex, texting an ex? I wonder if it was Ronnie Doe. But her and Blueface was going back and forth with each other. He's dealing with Jaden. He's dealing with her. She's dealing with people. He's dealing with him. It was always a back and forth. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. The uncle of Ronnie Doe said, "It feels like a nightmare. I've been up crying all night. I'm not supposed to bury you, nephew. You're supposed to bury me. Karen, before Elijah was born, you were the closest I had to a son. R.I.P. Kron, nephew." So his name is really Kron. Interesting. Interesting. His name is really Kron. And, when people pass away like that, because they're saying that this was a targeted hit. They're definitely calling this targeted in the media. And they said this all went down February 3rd. So this all just happened. Really, really sad. By the time the Mex got there, he was already gone. So this young man has lost his life. I don't know if it's tied to them. Who knows? But I know that Krishan Rock, even though she goes through crazy stuff, she's anointed. And so she could be one of them people. You play with, God's people. Sometimes God gets you up out of here. But the people aren't really messing with Krishan right now, because she's been online going back and forth for her sister, Taseki, and Jaden. She's been trying to fight them. It's been